YouTube friends and Norma. I just wanted to pop on here just for a very short little chat. Yesterday I was talking to my daughter Martha, and I've been talking to my other kids as well about this whole situation that's evolving globally about the COVID-19 pandemic that's happening. And this morning I went into town to buy some cat food for you guys and to stock up on coconut milk and things like that, so that I can do what my government is recommending, which is to limit social contact. So it made me reflect on the idea that maybe it can feel a little overwhelming sometimes, and it reminded me of whenever I feel like things are spiraling out of control and maybe my mind is buzzing round with all sorts of worries and fears, that what I do in those sorts of situations, and I'm sure you do too, I get into my hands. And I get into my hands and I make something, or I tidy something, or I garden, or I knit. And so on Sunday, if you saw, I was knitting this green dishcloth. It's finished now, and do you know what I'm going to say about this cotton? It's lovely organic cotton. It's a bit nicer than dishcloth quality cotton. It feels more like it would make a nice face cloth. So these are for my children and their partners, and so I'm going to make them as many as they want and give them to them. So when I'd finished the green one, I just put my hand in the bag of colours and picked out, surprise, surprise, the pink one. So I'm knitting the pink dishcloth now, and I'm knitting it in exactly the same way. I'll do them all like this, and it's just to have something in my hands so that it doesn't need any, it's not a complicated pattern, it doesn't need any thinking. It's just that when my hands are busy, I feel like my head is less busy. That's how it feels anyway. So I'll just explain what it is I'm doing with this knitting here. I think I said something on Sunday. Cast on one stitch and then increase one stitch at the beginning of every row. And then when you think it's big enough, you can start decreasing and going in, or, which is what I did with the green one, and I might do this again with this one. If you've got the sort of scales that are sensitive, you can put the ball of wool on once and weigh that with one of the knitting needles, then put the knitting and the needle on the scale, and then see when you've got exactly half, and then you can start decreasing, and so you'll get the biggest dishcloth you can, or face cloth, or whatever this is going to be. This is not it's not rocket science. So I just thought that I would, every now and then, if you want me to, and if I want to as well, I will pop on here and I will just talk about some of the things that I'm doing in my hands to keep me grounded and to keep me busy, so that my mind isn't running round in circles, because it can easily do that. You know, in the past, that's how I've dealt with things. If I get overwhelmed by something, you know, get something, some sewing on the go. Speaking of sewing, this arrived today. This is the thread that's for the Bring Me Sunshine quilt that's pinned out on the table. And I got 3 because I just don't want to run out. And I absolutely love it. It's a perfect colour for the quilting. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and I think there's I've got other stuff going on at the end of the week. But I think tomorrow and Thursday I can sit and quilt. Find a good new audiobook and sit and do some hand quilting. What I'm going to say is that I'm just going to look for reasons to be grateful. We talked about that, didn't we? The gratitude journal. And I'm also going to touch base with you every now and then and talk about the things that I'm doing to keep me out of my head and out of my worry. But what I would encourage you, if you would like to go into the comments and make friends with somebody down there. I'm seeing the comments as being the lime green virtual sofa talking to one another. So if there's somebody in the comments who said something that makes sense to you, reply to her or him and keep a little conversation going. Let's make a community in the comments where you can all support one another with what you're doing. And every time I post one of these really short videos, I'm going to, all I'm going to put in the description box below is a link to something that I'm really enjoying online. And I know exactly what I'm going to put for today's one. It's a knitting link. And so if you look in the description below, you will see a video that I'm recommending that you go and have a look at. It made me smile. It really did. And you might enjoy it too. So this is going to be a short video, and I'm going to do these from time to time just to touch base with you all. I'm still going to carry on and do my ordinary gardening videos, making videos, quilting, all of those things. I really want to do those, but I'm just going to post these short videos for you here. Me and Norma are going to clock in with you every now and then. How does that feel? So what I'll say is take care, and I'll see you soon.